I was going through my Google Drive to find a specific document, and I stumbled across a spreadsheet I put together. I think it was in 2015. And it was titled Ways I Use Stories in My Life. And apparently back in 2015, and I had totally forgotten about this, but seeing it, I was like, oh yeah, I did do that. Back in like 2015, I put together, when I had the nugget in my head, I was like, maybe storytelling is really the stuff that I do a lot of. And I wrote in the spreadsheet everything that I was doing at the time that was important to me, but then historically to that point too, going back to when I was a kid. And it all had a component of storytelling to it. So like, for example, I grew up as a huge pro wrestling fan, WWE or WWF at the time. And I'm still a huge pro wrestling fan. And why do I enjoy it? I honestly don't really watch MMA. Like I don't watch the UFC. It's just brute fighting, which is fine. But I'm not as drawn to it because there's not theater built around it. Whereas wrestling is just live action theater, right? It's a never ending soap opera that has some a certain level of action and violence involved in it. But it's just a never ending story week after week after week. And I'm drawn to it for the fact that they intentionally design characters. And the point is to connect with the audience. And if we flash forward to today, that's like legitimately what I see I'm doing with Startup Hype Man is, I work with all these different startups and I just kind of view it as like, they're all wrestlers, right? Because a wrestler is just a brand. It's a personal brand essentially. And the goal of the wrestler is to find a way to create an emotional connection with the audience, whether that is cheer me or boo me. The wrestler's goal is to elicit a reaction and a response. And the wrestlers who don't get that reaction, again, whether it's cheering or booing, certain characters are designed to be the bad guys and the good guys. But if they get a flat response, those are the wrestlers who don't make it and they get cut. So in the same way in the startup world, you're going to get quote unquote cut, meaning your company will go out of business if you can't form the right connection with your audience. And what's everyone striving for? The championship belt, which is either getting acquired by a larger company or going public, right? That's the championship belt in the startup world.
Yeah.